These two Nigerians have been trending outside the shores of Nigeria as a result of the interview they granted at the international media. Recall that a few weeks ago, Davido was in the United States of America and he granted an interview. In that video in the United States, Davido was asked, "Are you going to encourage Nigerians and other Africans to return home?" And Davido answered, "Nigerian economy is in shambles. Let me bring the report in full for you guys." According to Davido, leave America and go where? Go back where? It's not cool back home. My country now, the economy is in shambles. The exchange rate is messed up. A lot of stuff not going well. The economy is not just good anymore. The fuel prices are too high. Imagine a country that produces oil. We produce the oil and we pay more money for oil than a country that imports the oil, he said during the interview.
My original question was like, so for if people want to leave America and like try to find those...
Leave America and go where?
Back home.
Let's be honest. Go back where? It's not cool back home.
It's not?
My country now is in the economy now is in shambles. Like,
as if we've had the last of it. Few days later, Kemi Badenoch came out with her own side of the story. According to her, police in Nigeria rob those they should protect. Kemi Badenoch, leader of the UK Conservative Party, Kemi Badenoch had accused the Nigeria police of robbing citizens instead of protecting them. The Niche has reported.
Do you trust the British police?
I do. But, remember my experience with the police in Nigeria was very negative. And coming to the UK, my first experience with the police was very positive. The police in Nigeria would rob us. So when people say, I had this bad experience with the police because I'm black and they're white, I was like, well, I remember the police stole my brother's shoes and his watch.
His shoes?
Yeah, they took his shoes and his watch. It's a very poor country. So, people do all sorts of things. And
now I would like us to look at these two interviews, the both of them. The one granted by Davido in the United States of America and the one granted by Kemi in the United Kingdom. I want us to examine the two interviews. Let us see whether they are right or wrong. Remember, according to Davido, he said the Nigerian economy is in shambles. And he went on to say that, how can you imagine that a country, an oil producing country, is now buying that fuel very high? Remember that before President Bola Ahmed Tinubu came to power, I used to say it, fuel was just 95 naira. That was when Buhari was there. But immediately Bola Ahmed Tinubu came in, it increased with over 500%. And you had Davido. That was what Davido is trying to point out. How can I encourage people to come back home? Come back where? Come back to this country where we now buy a bag of rice at 90,000, where people cannot feed normal. That was the angle Davido was seeing the economy from. Even a kid, because the other day I was like asking my children, what do you think about President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the Nigerian economy? Boy, as soon as I asked that question, I saw the way they were behaving. You understand? The way they kept their face as soon as I mentioned Tinubu and the Nigerian economy. They frowned at me. Just to tell you that even your own kids, they can feel what is happening in the country, because it is no longer business as usual. In those days, we can eat one. I mean, one in the morning breakfast, one in the afternoon lunch, and one in the evening dinner. But today, families only have one square meal. Some have two. So if Davido is now saying that he thinks that the economy is in shambles, is he making mistake? Let me ask you guys, what about what Kemi said in the United Kingdom? According to her, you heard what she said in that interview. She said The police that are supposed to protect us are the one coming after us. Was he lying? Let me ask you guys. He went on to say that the Nigerian police stole the watch and the shoe of his brother. Now let us relate what this woman is saying to what happened to Dele Farotimi, the activists. You saw the way he was handcuffed. They have not passed a judgment on him. A court has not sat on his matter. They handcuffed him and they stole him away, adopted him. What do you think about that? Should a police now turn to become a law court? You have not had the case. The matter was reported to police. What are they supposed to do? They are supposed to take the matter straight to court, but they handcuffed him just to tell him that he is a nobody. They took him away like a prisoner, like a criminal. They abducted him. This is a police that was supposed to come in between the person that alleged and the person that they said committed the crime. Now they took side. They handcuffed him instead of protecting him. Instead of taking the matter to court, let the court decide. They became the one to decide on the matter. Now, do you think that this woman was lying? You can see the evidence. If you call on hundreds of Nigerians, hundreds are going to tell you that the police have not treated them well. Yes, call on Nigerians. Carry out your investigation on the Nigerian police. You saw what happened with NSAS, and we thought we have seen the last of NSAS. Go to the streets of Nigeria today and see what is happening. You are still going to see police brutality. I do see it every day. Why should the police be tasking Nigerians that they must pay 100 naira, 200, those that are plying the roads, the streets of Nigeria? Why should this continue? And if you did not give them, they will deal with you. This is to tell you that what this woman was saying was 100% right. So today, I want you guys to watch the video. Please watch the video to the end. Examine what this woman just said and what Davido said. Tell me whether the both of them were lying. Go through the video. According to Davido, Davido said that the economy of Nigeria is in shambles. And according to this woman, she said, the police that we are supposed to protect us today are the one coming after us. Were they wrong or were they right? Or are you guys trying to say that they should hide the image of Nigeria? They should protect the image of Nigeria when the image of Nigeria has been battered. Yes, the image of this country, both local and international, has been battered. So, what is there to protect again? Let us expose everything so that the outsiders will see what is happening. Maybe they can come and help us. What do you think? Drop a comment for me. Thank you.